My people, wonder they say shall never end. According to the information reaching us right now, allegedly they said Reverend Esther Ajayi have warned the king that Ebony is the weapon fashioned against Ofarende. That if it will be possible for the king, that he should try everything humanly possible to ignore Ebony. That whatever tantrum that Ebony will throw this time, that the king should try as much as possible to ignore her because she have a mission. Remember they said she have returned back to the palace. The king gave her 48 hours. And they said the king is very much angry towards Ebony this time, that he can do anything. And he have also given order that if Ebony did not leave the palace that day that she left, that they should lock up her apartment and bring the keys to him. You know? But Ebony doesn't want to be embarrassed in that manner. They say she left, even though she was accusing the jewel and Adetutu of manipulating the king. That's why the king told her to leave and everything. Now, they said it wasn't up to 24 hours that she left the palace, she returned back. And this time around, maybe she must have gone to have a meeting with some of those elders from her ruling house, whose mission is to ensure that the jewel did not return. After having the meeting, they said about two or three of them followed her to the palace to come and tell the king that it is not wise to send your wife out of her matrimonial home. You know, then they said Reverend Esther Ajayi allegedly called the king, telling the king that what they showed her about Ebony, that he needed to hear it and abide by it if he really wants the Ofarende to happen. That you see that occasion that the king cancelled before because of Ebony, that he should have attended that meeting, that occasion with Ebony. Yes, that she is telling the king right now that if there's anything he needed to do with Ebony, that he should go ahead and do it. That he should follow Ebony as if he's in Mumu this time, you know. Let it be that he doesn't know what he's doing until that offerende is over. Because Ebony came back prepared. Ebony can do a lot of things just to make sure that that offerende did not happen. And when she will commit what she will commit, the king would want to follow her in that kind of speed, and the elders will now come in, that the king should try as much as possible to ignore Ebony, that Ebony is on a mission. And that mission is to ensure that that offerende did not happen. That Adetutu have seen a whole lot of things. And that's why she doesn't want to continue with the marriage as long as Ebony is involved. Because Ebony, they say Ebony's heart is as dark as charcoal. Mm-hmm. She doesn't care about anybody. She doesn't care about anything. If she doesn't want something to happen, that she can go extra mile, even if it means buying someone. That Ebony is not what a lot of people think that she is. That the king should not give Ebony the opportunity to ruin this Ofarende. Let him be behaving as if he doesn't know anything, especially what Ebony is doing, until that Ofarende is settled. That the moment the jewel came back to that palace, that a lot of things will change by itself. Those who think that they will be a problem to the palace, that they are going to leave that palace on their own, nobody will even push them out. Nobody will even give order that the apartment should be locked and bring the key. That they will be the ones that will run away. Remember that Ebony said that the reason it was looking like the king he lost the jewel and wants the jewel around and all of that is because of the fact that she's not always around. And some people are saying that that is the reason it was looking like she's not going back to her base. Yes, that she wants to be close to her husband and see how the jewel will take the husband away from her. I was like, what exactly is everybody's problem? Eh? What exactly is your problem? You snatch someone's husband and you're always explaining. You don't turn to Juju Austin, huh? They say right now, what Ebony came back prepared. And who knows, maybe that is why she have decided to come back, saying that nobody's going to push her out. maybe if the king tries to push her out, they will forget about every other thing and start talking about that. Or maybe she might even pretend as if something happened. I don't know. You know, Ebony is capable of anything. She is capable of anything. And they said, Reverend Esther just told the king that, look, ignore Ebony at all costs right now. Focus on Ofarende. Make sure that everything that needed to be done is done. And the forest ritual that the virgins will help to carry out, that you should focus more on those things and not Ebony, because Ebony will come up with a whole lot of things. Even though they said the king have banned Ebony from coming to his chamber, that Ebony might even try to come to the king's chamber this time, that the king should not make a big deal out of it. But the question is, what if Ebony tries to go to the king's chamber this time with some juju and all of that and bring confusion again? Because you know that she's capable of anything. What if she goes there and maybe confuse the king and it affected your Ofarende? Eh? Because I believe that the reason the king is trying to avoid Ebony at all costs is because he doesn't want anything that will bring him and the Ebony close. And maybe you will start hearing there is manipulations again, because that is what Ebony knows how to do very well, manipulating the king. Because I believe that if not for manipulation, the jewel wouldn't have lived the marriage the way she did. Yes, and Ebony is have master's degree, a big professional degree in area of manipulation. So I don't think the king should also allow her to come close to his chambers, you know. But in terms of the other part where she'll be making trouble, hoping that the king will come for her so that it will be a kind of distraction, maybe the king should avoid Ebony any way he can, just to make sure that the Ofarende holds. Because I believe that by the time the Ofarende is done and the jewel return back to her home, Ebony will see that it is no longer business as usual. Although Reverend Saja is not the first person to have said this before, that the moment the jewel returns, that a lot of things will change. Some people will run out of that palace self, even when nobody is pursuing them. Yes, because light and darkness cannot coexist. The moment light comes in, darkness will totally disappear. And I see that that is what is going to happen here. And that's why they are fighting to ensure that the light did not come. So Ebony's coming back is not to come and occupy her marriage. It's to make sure that that of Arende did not happen. But unfortunately, she's going to fail, because of Arende will definitely happen. Anyway, guys, that is what we're hearing. If the information is true, don't forget I do not live in the palace. These are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them, okay? Thanks for watching. Do well to share this video and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye. See you.